point, we can all agree that these apartment complexes have lost their minds. And at this point, they just trying to get over. Let me tell you how this lady and all of her neighbors have to pay $85 a month to unlock and lock their doors. Now, she says when she first moved in, they were using key fobs. But then the property decided they're going to do away with the key fobs, and now you have to use your smartphone to lock and unlock the door. Now, my thought immediately was, what if they don't have a smartphone? I don't know. I guess you just can't live there. So not only do you have to have a smartphone, you have to download this app, and then you have to use Bluetooth to connect the app to, I guess the property. My second thought was, okay, well, what if I come home and my phone is dead? I guess I got to sleep in my car that night. Now, this is where the property call themselves being sneaky, in my opinion. They gonna tell the residents, we offering Wi-Fi now. You don't have to get, Wi-Fi from wherever y'all getting Wi-Fi from. You can get it from us. Well, some people, this young lady included, decided, I don't want to get Wi-Fi from you. I'll get it where I've been getting it from for cheaper. Now, even though you don't have to use their internet, you still have to pay this $85 technology fee. But what is that $85 technology fee for, might you be asking? It's for that app that you got to put on your phone and connect to Bluetooth and wait 3 seconds for it to register. You got to use it to get on the elevator, use it to get off the elevator, use it to get in your apartment, use it to lock your apartment door. Yeah, that $85 is paying for that. So essentially, they have no choice but to pay $85 every month if they want to come and go as they please. I don't know what happened to free keys that you just make copies of. What happened to that?
And I said, this is our first Jewish president. Now he's the first Jewish president to serve two not consecutive presidencies.
Trump just admitted this on camera. That fancy new ballroom that everybody was talking about, it's not really a ballroom. This man straight up said that the military is building a massive new complex right under the ballroom. Right under it.
The military is building a big complex under the ballroom, which has come out recently because of a stupid lawsuit that was filed.
So the only reason he talked about this is because a lawsuit came out. That's the only reason people knew. Other than that, that was a big ass secret. I need y'all to think about that for a second. Why would the military be building something under the ballroom? Is this just an upgraded bunker for emergencies? Or is it for something bigger, darker? What do y'all think they're really building down there? Are they prepping for some doomsday event or a fallout shelter for something big to happen? Because they're building this where if something does happen, they don't have to leave the area. They're good, fool. They're good on food. They're good on fucking everything. It just be crazy how they just say things right in front of people and people still don't comprehend or don't understand or just don't look at the severity of the situation. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments.
I don't think anyone is supposed to know this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Plants are the backbone of the pharmaceutical industry, the clothing industry, the cleaning industry, the skincare industry, the hair care industry, and I could just keep going on and on and on. So, are you still not convinced that gardening is an act of resistance?
The top picture are star trails from the equator. This bottom picture is the magnetic field lines from a magnet. Now these two little vortexes, this would be the North Pole, the other one would be the South Pole. And here's another example for you. This is what the magnetic field looks like from the side. Now, if we were to look at it from a top view, so for example, just seeing this North Pole from above, this is what it would look like. This is what it would look like from a top view looking down. Or like that. It's a double torus. That last picture we were looking at was looking at that top half from above looking down. The same thing would be below. Here's another picture to help make it a little more clear. The top left picture again is from the magnetic field looking down from a top view. Right here is from the side, North and the South Pole. We live on that green plane in the middle and we experience that top toroid shape over the Earth. This is why when you map the path of the ISS over a flat Earth, it matches those magnetic field lines. as well as all the planets. They all move in these beautiful sacred geometric patterns over the Earth.
If you hit a glass with a feather, the glass will break.
No, it won't.
And this is the second rule. Don hit a glass with a feather. What happened to the glass?
Nothing.
Nothing happened? Why didn't anything happen?
Because the feather was soft.
First one says, if you hit a glass with a feather, the glass will break.
Okay.
And the second one, Don hit a glass with a feather. What happened to the glass?
It broke.
And why did it break?
Because the rule says if you hit a glass with a feather, it'll break.
Fucking job. It ain't you. It's these motherfuckers right here. It's the motherfuckers on the top. But now we gotta do this shit again. We gotta do this shit again. And nobody tell me, and nobody here tell me why I get emotional, why you talk like this. It's my fucking
That's fine. You can do that.
You don't know what I motherfucking feel. I want my ass off for this motherfucking
Exactly.
I've been here 30-something motherfucking years.
Yeah, I agree with you.
30-something fucking years. You tell me I ain't got no motherfucking pension.
Yeah, I agree.
And nobody tell me to calm my ass down.
I agree.
Fuck everybody tell me to calm down. God damn it. This is my motherfucking money y'all playing with.
You're right, Dwayne.
Fuck that shit.
So this is what I'll say.
You better tell me how the motherfucking feels. Fuck that shit, man.
So this is what I'll
Fuck
say.
this shit.
Anytime the government, anytime the government bails out a corporation or gives some.
The Cherokee are not an ancient tribe. The Chickasaw are not ancient tribes.
Right.
None of these tribes are ancient. When you start talking about ancient tribes, you're talking about the Washita, right? You start talking about the Oconee. You talk about the Yamasee. The Cherokee are a combination of the Lower Creek Red Sticks from right down here in Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, right? That went into war with the Iroquois, right? The Iroquois win. They come to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, which is ancient Carthage. The name of Tuscaloosa was named after the black warrior in Carthage. This guy's name was Sequoyah, created a brand new name, created a brand new tribe, and now you got the Cherokee, right?
Okay.
I don't think we should be taking part in these lower discussions. We should deal with the fact that you are the original man.
Why do everybody want to be a YN nowadays?
I think it's just easy to be stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you stupid, you ain't got to read, you ain't got to think, you ain't got to have no discipline, you ain't got to have no work ethic. You can just be stupid. You know what I'm saying?
That make a lot of sense for real.
It's very easy to be a dummy. You know, it takes some discipline to be intelligent. It takes some discipline to have some self-restraint, some self-control. You know what I'm saying? Have a vision and bring it to life. It takes some thought to do that. It takes some action to do that, and that's just a little bit too difficult for some people to do. So that's that.
No, that's fact.
In the briefing, they said to the shooters, friendlies will not be wearing ties. Our friendlies will not be wearing ties. And if you remember why Martin was leaning over the balcony, it was because Chauncey Eskridge and the other men of Martin had decided that Jesse couldn't go to dinner because he was insisting upon doing what? Not wearing a tie, Baba. Not wearing a tie. And interestingly enough, when the boy Pepper puts the book together and he takes the picture of the balcony, this one right here, when he takes that picture and he shows McCullough, that's the agent right there, McCullough, leaning over the body. He says in his book, he says, you know earlier page earlier, friendlies will not be wearing ties, and he says, look at McCullough. He said McCullough is the only person in the picture that we can identify as not wearing a tie. It's just one thing wrong with the picture. The picture was cropped. And if this picture is just 1 inch wider, you'd see Jesse Jackson standing right here. So Pepper could safely say that the only person he knew in the picture that didn't have a tie on was McCullough, because they cropped the picture and cut Jesse out of it. is that even in the process of exposing Martin King's murder.
Now this is how you take a picture. It's like they knew that this picture would last to the end of time. My man is holding a lion. The other guy is holding a spear. And these men are like, yeah, take my picture. So the oldest scriptures that we have are coming from the Sumerian tablets. And brother, if you're a Christian, you want to read this. They talk about the flood. Oh no. Not Noah's flood. Yeah, they talk about the flood, bro. They talk about almost every story that you can find in the Bible is in the Epic of Gilgamesh. And this is the oldest form of writing that can be found. This is where humans learned to make swords and weapons and build structures and houses. It also taught humans how to make beer and alcohol. Oh, you drunken bastard. Oh, you drunken fool. But either way, this depiction of Gilgamesh and Enkidu has to be one of the greatest depictions of all time. Remember, that's a lion, and he's just holding it in his hand like it's nothing. There's so much more to the story, and you don't even know the half of it.
This $2 bill is from 1953. We got taken off of the gold standard in 1973, which means that back in the day, before 1973, it says will pay to the bearer on demand. What does that mean? You could trade this in to the bank and get the equivalent of $2 back in the day of 1953. And how much was that worth? How much was gold worth back in 1953? Now, how much has the dollar inflated since then? Okay. So we can see that back in the day, this used to actually be real money. You could actually trade this in for real money. Now, today, this one was made in 2007. So this is just paper, bruh. This is just paper. This is literally...
Okay, love of his life. Give him another toxic one.
No! God, he's had it.
Okay, settle down.
God, he's 27 years old.
I know how old he is. I made him. Okay? This is for character development. I know what I'm doing. I'm doing this because I love him. I love him. Send in the toxic bitch.
Yeah. Nope.
You got the hammer, dirty ass bitch. You got the hammer, dirty ass bitch. You got the hammer. I sure do, because I'm going to knock your motherfucking screws off the hammer, bitch. If you think about picking your motherfucking foot up at my face again, I'm going to knock your motherfucking ass silly. Oh, man! No, stop it! Fuck off, you man. Fuck off, you man. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, man? What the fuck wrong with you? You treat me like that. Oh, you treat me like that, man. Oh, you treat me like that. What the hell?
How do you feel when you around your children and you drunk? I mean, I tell the truth now. How I supposed to feel? All my kids criminals. I mean, shit. I got one just come out the pen. Shit, these motherfuckers criminals. I don't know how they feel. I be trying to be alert around them motherfuckers. Shit. How would you feel all your kids criminal motherfuckers walking around here with the pistols and shit in the pocket? Drink. I started to get on some heavy shit, because these motherfuckers around here criminal. I don't want to be straight when I go. These bitches might cap me in the ass. Who knows? Shit. I don't trust these bitches. They look at me wrong sometimes. I go and say, what y'all doing? What y'all need? These criminals, all more of them motherfuckers gangsters. Gang. That's what these motherfuckers is. And them motherfuckers got me drinking hard as a bitch. I come out of ASAP, I'm a drinking motherfucker.